Awesome. So just start talking at some point, right?
Start talking. Who are
Okay.
you? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Landon Bates. I'm a realtor here in Riverton, Utah. Born and raised. Which one should I look at?
You should look at me.
Okay,
Just look at
perfect.
me. We're just having a natural
Perfect.
conversation.
Okay.
Riverton, Utah. Why Riverton?
Yeah, so Riverton, should we do can I just do it like
You can do whatever you want.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
this is not live. We're
Can
just
I just do like say it like is so like boom, is Riverton, Utah a great place? Like why is Riverton, Utah a good place to live?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
be like,
So it's always good to repeat the question,
cool, cool.
and
And
then
then
go ahead
just
and
go
answer
into
it.
it.
Go
Cool.
ahead.
All right. Now look there.
In that case, just look in here.
Okay. All right. So is Riverton, Utah a good place to live? I feel like I'm uniquely qualified to answer this one because I grew up in Riverton. I am a realtor here in Riverton and the surrounding areas, and I've lived in many other places, including Vegas, California, LA, like more specifically LA, San Diego. And so, I've had a taste of different things. What I love about Riverton is how family oriented it is and how strong the community is there. And so it's a very good place to raise a family. Very upscale. People work hard and are very kind to each other. So if those are things that are important to you, it's almost unbeatable in my opinion.
What else about Riverton?
What else? If you, as far as downsides, if you're young and you're looking to for more of a nightlife scene, it's okay. It's not Vegas. It's not New York or anything like that. Most people can get by, but it's not. That's not one of the biggest strong points. As far as other things like food and culture and things like that, it's a big enough city. Salt Lake as a whole to where it's not really lacking in terms of anything you want to do. The other thing to note is Riverton specifically is going to be like 20 to 30 minutes south of Salt Lake City, which is the main city downtown area. So just keep that in mind. You're a little bit further away in the suburbs when you're located in Riverton.
What are some of the key features of Riverton? What do you like to do in Riverton?
Um, Shoot, there's not that much to do. Let me think. uh,
And how far is it from Riverton to other places
to
that you
other
could go, like
places.
the nearest temple
Yeah.
or Salt Lake or Provo?
Yeah, so Riverton is on the south end of Salt Lake County. It's about 25 minutes from driving time from like downtown Salt Lake. That surrounding areas around that are really nice and upscale. So thinking like Riverton, South Jordan, Harriman, Draper, Sandy. These five cities are all bordering each other in the south end of Salt Lake County. They're very good for families, more suburban, upscale, so all very clean, big houses, mostly, and so very good upscale, clean, safe, community-based place to live.
What do you like most about Riverton?
Um, these are harder questions than they should be. I'm like, damn, I don't know. It's all the
Grew
same.
up there and
Yeah,
born there.
it's all the same to me. Riverton, South Jordan. Um,
Yeah, how about Riverton versus other neighboring areas?
yeah,
And what do you think about that?
I don't know. Fuck, haven't given this much thought. Probably should have. Should be.
Well, it's not live, so we're good.
Uh, Um, other areas. What's a different question? What do I like most? I don't know.
Talk about where you're born and your family.
Okay.
Good as a kid.
Yeah. So I let me do that again. So I grew up in another
You
one.
could just look at me too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, either way, I don't really care. Um, yeah, so I grew up in Riverton. It was a very good place to grow up, in my opinion. Very safe. I feel like I'm coming back to the same things, though. I guess that's fine. I don't know.
It's fine.
That's like what I have to say about it. It's kind of yeah. So yeah, so I grew up in Riverton, and very safe place. Was very family oriented. So a lot of neighborhood kids would go out and do things. Very good uh, community there amongst everyone. Most people are pretty friendly, which is very awesome. People really appreciate that. It's clean. People take care of stuff out there. So that's really awesome. It's always good to have a place where everybody's working hard and kind to each other.
What are some early childhood memories in Riverton?
Um, One of the best memories I've had is when every year in the summer, and they still do this, is they throw Riverton Town Days. So they have it for different cities. It's basically a fair to celebrate all the work we put in into our, to make our amazing community that we live in. And so you can go yourself if you're an adult. You can bring your kids. There's roller coasters, food, entertainment like music and things like that. It's very fun thing to do in the summertime. So, and it's usually around July 4th weekend is when they do that one. So, pretty fun.
What's it like living as a Mormon in Riverton?
Yeah, so Riverton is mostly Mormon. I think it's a awesome thing, even if you're not, because uh, people work very hard, and I think part of that is that they have a strong religious faith that and purpose that gives them purpose. So um, it's it's good either way. Some people have a little issues here and there, like the liquor laws or other things, but most of the time, it's pretty seamless. People are kind and they just want to work hard and take care of their family. So usually works out pretty well.
Talk about your family.
Yeah, so my family is family of four kids. We all grew up in a pretty nice house. There's nicer parts, but we were like I guess middle to lower for that specific area. Um, and we all got along pretty well. We're pretty easygoing, and yeah.
How
Uh,
well do you know the town of Riverton?
um, yeah, Riverton's not too complicated. Utah's set up on a grid system. Um, I'll say that just better. Yeah, Riverton's not too complicated to get to know. It's set up on a grid system, so um, unlike some other places, the roads are labeled by north, south, and west and east. So every block you go is 100 more, north or whatever way you're going. So let's say you're 10 blocks north from downtown, that's going to be 1,000 north. So that's how they have it. It's pretty simple, just laid out like a grid. People usually can learn to get around pretty quickly.
What if you're not a Mormon in Riverton?
If you're thinking of moving to Utah and you're not Mormon, I would still suggest that you give it the benefit of the doubt for now. It's not for everyone, but most people do get along just fine with LDS people there.
Why did you become a real estate agent? Talk about that story and the journey.
Yeah. Yeah. So the reason I became a realtor was I've always had a passion for business. Ever since I just turned 18, I always wanted to be independent and kind of do my own thing. I've always been like an independent thinker. And so I started a agency, a marketing agency where we would run ads for real estate agents. And I did that for about 4 years. And by the end of the time, I started to learn like I was really good at advertising, but the main issue was the people weren't calling the leads or didn't know how to. And so I figured, I was kind of capped. I had to learn that to advance. And so I started learning how to make phone calls. And just through practicing cold calling and calling the leads for clients, I started to like have good conversations with people. So I figured, I might as well just do it for myself at that point. So that's what kind of led me to real estate. And since then, I've kind of fallen also in love with just real estate in general, like, how homes are made and the different finishes and stuff. I think it's really beautiful, how they do that. So that's kind of what led me to be a real estate agent.
So, what makes a good Given your background as an agency owner,
Um, I,
100%.
yeah, I think what makes a good realtor is just being a leader in general and being persistent as a human being, because the problems you encounter are not rocket science most of the time. It's just more being a good communicator and get being able to pull out people's needs and then putting those needs first above your own, to where you're actually doing what the job is supposed to be, which is consulting and helping people make the best decision for them, because not everybody has the time to be an expert in this big purchase. So you have to rely on somebody else, and hopefully that person is putting you first, and is a good communicator in that way. So
Talk about your process for a buyer and how you help them find the right home.
yeah, so if you're looking to buy a home, the first thing you're going to want to do is figure out kind of what your purchasing power is. And the reason for that is once you start going to look at houses, you'll actually know if this is something that you could actually afford. It can be tough if you have something in mind and you go out and start looking at houses, and then you talk to the lender who's actually going to approve you, and find out you're not able to get that. That can be deflating. So it's best to go to a lender first, and whatever realtor that you end up working with is going to probably have someone that they can recommend for you. They're going to pull all the data, and you can do it soft or you can do it heavy. So soft means that you're just going to tell them your income, and they're going to take you at your word and give you a soft pre-approval, assuming that the documentation lines up. If you go all the way to get pre-approved, they're going to pull all your documents, make sure that it actually is what you said it is, and then you will absolutely be qualified to buy up to that purchase amount. Once you're approved for lending, sorry, I'll restart on that one. I feel like I'm going too in depth on that
No,
a
that's
little
actually
bit.
good.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
just pick up from there. So once
yeah,
you're approved.
yeah, okay, cool. So once you're approved for a specific amount through a lender, the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to ask you some specific questions about what your needs are. How much house do you need? Where do you work? Are there any kind of activities in that you like to do, such as boating? Because there's solutions for these things. Get you by the lake or get you by the mountains if you like mountain biking. So um, there's different things that we want to take into account um, when looking at that. Damn, I kind of fucked that up. I feel like I was gaining
No,
some
it's good.
momentum
That
there.
you're doing great. Just keep going.
Cool, cool. Um, okay, I'll just go once you're approved. We can just whatever, fuck it. Uh, so once you're approved for a specific amount, like purchasing power through the lender, um, I'm gonna start asking you some personalized questions about kind of what your needs are in a house. Everybody has, different needs. So whether you're married, whether you have kids, how much space do you need? Do you work from home? Like what are your hobbies that are important to you? And most of the time, you're not going to get every single ideal thing in a house. But what we want to do is be able to weigh those things so that you can, get the best deal for you. Um, based on your purchasing power, how much you want to spend and can spend, and then what's most important. Because some things are going to be musts and some things are going to be wants. So we need to get all your musts taken care of, and then we can get prioritize the wants by what's most important to you. And once we have those, I just basically set up a home search for you, using some cool tools that will send you properties um, that match your needs and your wants.
Okay. So found a property, negotiated the price, put in your offer. What else? Keep going.
Okay. So once we have that basic list, we normally like to keep it wide so that we're not missing anything. Because if we go too narrow, we're ruling things out. So I like to keep it wide in the beginning. You can search through a wider database and start picking out ones that really stand out to you. So I'll get an idea of your tastes. Do you really like new homes, or do you want a bigger house that's maybe a little older, or a different location? So those are kind of some of the things that go into the process. It's a lot of, personal one-on-one back and forth, to just really figure out like what your tastes are, beyond, because the initial conversation, we're going to get your needs and your wants, but then once we start looking at houses, we start putting it on the ground, actually what you like. And once we do that, we can start narrowing the list down, and then it's basically from there you're already approved to buy, and we know how much you can qualify for. So once you want to go see something, we just set up a showing and go look at it in person. And let's keep going. And then once we see one in person that you actually like and you want to make an offer on, what I will do is I'll do a deep dive on the specific aspects of the property. So the way that and this is really important because this is making sure that you get the most value for your money here, is we're going to look at recent sales that are similar to that property and how much they sold for, to kind of price it out. And then the other thing what you need to do is we adjust based on anything that makes it different from those sales. So basically, does it have granite countertops? Those are more expensive. Does it have extra cabinets? Just anything different. And we can price out based on the construction costs, what those things, are. Damn, that was too in depth. I'm good though. I'll do a shorter one.
No, but those can go into articles, so that's fine.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that is cool. Right on. Cool. So once we actually go see a house that you actually love and you want to put an offer on, what I'll do is I'll go into a deep dive analysis on how much that property is actually worth. And so we don't want to overpay. Even if you love the house, we want to get an accurate assessment of what it should sell for, so that even if you want to be more aggressive, you know what you're doing, and what the property should sell for. Damn, I don't know why I'm struggling on this one. There's like a lot that goes into it. I'm trying to make it succinct. No, it's fine. Let's keep going because this even helps me learn to teach. I'm like, I like this. Yeah, cool. All right, I'm gonna do that one succinctly this time. I swear. So once we go and find a house and we walk through it and it's one that you actually want to put an offer on, I'm going to do a deep dive analysis to figure out what that property is actually worth. And it's going to depend how much you want to bid based on how much you love the property, what the competition in the market is at that time, how quickly homes are selling. So the negotiation's going to be a little bit different. The tools stay the same, but which tools that we want to use and how much you want to bid is going to depend. Because you may see a property and think, this is good, but I'm going to have to do X, Y, Z to make it livable. Maybe, take down a wall or just change the carpet, something like that. So if that's the case and you're going to have to spend money, you may want to underbid it $5,000 or something to make sure you still get a good deal. But that's kind of what we do is once you want to make an offer, we're going to basically do a deep dive to see how much the property is actually worth, to determine how much to put the offer for. And then based on what the market's doing, you may get that offer accepted quickly, and it may take a long time to even get a response. It really just depends what people are doing at that time. Damn. I'll get back in here. I'll just move to the next one. So once the offer is accepted and we've came to terms on that, there's going to be a due diligence period. This just basically means you're going to walk through the property and make sure that everything lines up with what you thought you were getting. So you're going to have an inspector come out. These are professional people who are typically licensed to look through the property, let you know if there's any issues, with the plumbing or the dishwasher or any of the appliances, the foundation, just anything about the house that could be considered a defect, they're going to point out. And then basically we'll take this list of things and go back to the seller. And if you end up wanting to spend money on them and you decide you want to negotiate on them, then we'll go to the seller and make a list of demands, fix this, change out the water heater because it's not working or it's too old. And they can come back and say yes or no. But that's kind of the next step, is making sure the property's good and then deciding what we want to negotiate on as well. Damn, there's a lot of steps. Due diligence. I think after that, it is escrow. Yeah. So once due diligence is completed and both sides agree on the final terms of the sale, it's basically finalizing everything. So, and there's more steps that I haven't mentioned, but once the terms are finalized, I'll redo that one. So once the due diligence is completed and the terms of the sale are finalized, then the next step is going to be to go into escrow. And this just basically means executing what the contract says to do. So you're going to give your money as a buyer to a third party that's going to hold on to those funds while we finalize the paperwork of the sale. And then once all those things are completed, they're going to pass title to you. And typically after you get title, so this is, closing table, and sometimes it could take a week to move funds and to really finalize everything. But once it's done, damn. Can I just pick up off that? Okay. What the fuck happens once it's done? Yeah, okay. But once the contract is executed and everything's completely done, they're gonna basically hand over the title to you, so you're now the legal owner of the house. And typically, it's gonna be about a day to 3 days until you can actually get the keys and move in. And the reason for that is they need to move their stuff out most of the time. So people want a day to kind of just move out of the house. So even though you legally own the property, just know it may be 1 to 3 days, typically, where you may need to, have a place to stay. So that's how the whole entire home buying process works, and hope that was very, very helpful for you.
What if you are out of state and you're looking at Riverton? What should you be thinking about?
Yeah, out of state, should I do for investors or people just moving in general, or just decide? Cool. Um, yeah, so if you are out of state, like maybe you live in California or another one of these states and you want to come over, thinking about coming to Utah, it can be helpful to come here first and rent a place maybe for a month to see kind of what areas you like, how do you like things, and you could honestly lease up to a year, and I think that would still be a good idea. But once you kind of have an idea of the culture, and if it's something that you actually want to do, the process is typically very, very similar. The downside, if you can't be here for the purchase, is you're not going to be able to see your asset that you're buying in person. You can still buy houses without seeing them. People do it. And if you have a good realtor and kind of can control the process, it can work out just fine. Ideally, though, most people do want to walk through the properties, see them in person, and just be here physically. It does make it easier in some aspects, but you can buy real estate from anywhere. And if you have a good realtor and you know kind of what questions to ask, then you can do just fine doing that. So.
What about people looking to sell their house in Riverton?
What about that? Trying to think of something good to say.
Help them figure out what their home is worth.
Yeah.
Considerations. How's the market going?
Yeah.
Assessment.
Fuck, I don't know.
Selling a house requires a great marketer.
Yeah, that's true.
Real estate agents are connected, but you understand digital marketing, so
that's true. Yeah. All right, I got one sort of adjacent. Hopefully it's good. I'll send it. Yeah, so selling a house requires three crucial components. Number one is the product. So basically, your house is the product in this example. As you're putting it out to a buyer, they're gonna look at basically, does it match what people want? And most homes do because they were built to fill the demand. But there are some homes that are just weird, and if you have a weird house, it's possible that it is harder to sell. So that's the first thing is the product. If it's updated and it's move-in ready, you're going to get more attention because the majority of the market doesn't want to put work into fixing up a house when they're just moving into it. You're gonna. It's very likely that you'll sell faster and for more money if your home's in good condition. All right. The so I don't fucking even know why I'm smiling. Uh,
That's good. You're the attractive agent. Smiles are what close deals.
right on. Cool. So the second aspect that's really important. So you have the product, making sure your home fits what most the majority the fuck. All right. So the first aspect is going to be the product, and that's making sure that your house fits what the most amount of people want. The more people that can say that your home fits their needs, the more people you have as potential buyers, and the more money you're likely to get. The next aspect in the property is the price. So you can sell any house for the right price, but most people do not want to discount or get less money than they could, and so um, if a home's not selling and it's if it's a good house, that regular house most people would want, there's nothing really wrong with it. Most of the time, the problem is going to be the price. However, there is a third one. So you've got your product is your house and the actual physical attributes of it, the location, everything like that. You've got the pricing on it. So that's, what are you asking for? And if those two are in line, the problem is going to be the presentation. So that's basically just making sure that you are getting the right eyeballs on the property and making sure that you're showcasing it in the correct way. So making sure it's staged, making sure the photos are high quality. There's properties on the MLS that people pay agents that are just have photos with their iPhone, and they just have two photos. So if you do that, it's likely that it's going to take a longer time to sell. But if you have a good product and you have a good price and you have a good presentation, which is really the job of the real estate agent that you hire, then you should have no problem selling your house quickly in most markets, and especially in 2023.
Good. Now restate that in a few sentences on if you're looking to sell your house in Riverton, Utah.
Mm-hmm. Just same thing, or
I'm trying to get you to say
yeah,
Riverton,
yeah,
Utah.
gotcha. So if you're looking to sell your house in Riverton, Utah, you want to make sure that you have three main components. The first one is the product, making sure that your home is ideally updated, because the more move-in ready it is, the more able buyers they're going to be. If it's not move-in ready, that cuts out a lot of the market because most people do not want to do work on a house they're going to move into. The second thing is going to be the pricing, so making sure that the pricing is fair and it's in line with what other homes are selling for that are similar. And the third aspect to selling a house when you have a good product, a move-in ready home that fits what people want. You've got good pricing on that house that's in line with the competition. The last thing is going to be presentation. So basically, just staging up the house, cleaning it, making sure it looks good, and then presenting it with the right photos, the right description, and to the right people, and in the right way. And if your house is presented the right way, it is priced, in line with the competition, and it is updated and move-in ready. It's very likely that you're going to do very well when selling your house in Riverton, Utah.
I'm going to reposition this mic because it makes your shirt
Oh, gotcha.
droopy.
Yeah.
Put it up here.
Cool. That works.
There we go. Or you want to
So
just
so say Riverton more.
yeah,
Just keep
Riverton,
saying it.
Utah.
Cool.
Yeah, but not mechanically.
You're right. Yeah.
Okay. So now talk about why they should work with you.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
basically, get them to show that you are eager, you follow up.
Yeah.
You have an advantage because you understand social media. You're not an old real estate agent. You ran a digital
Right.
marketing agent. You understand the marketing side.
Right.
Right.
Cool. So why should someone work with me when selling their Riverton, Utah house? Well, I am. I don't know. Fuck. This is weird.
You were born, you live
Yeah, yeah,
there,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know it, you know
Cool,
it
cool.
well. You're
Yeah,
just in the neighborhood. You're very eager.
cool. Yeah. All right. So why work with me when selling your Riverton, Utah house? So I actually grew up in Riverton. I've lived in Utah most of my life. I have, when I was 18, I started my first business. This is my second business. And so I've been in the business world a long time. Uh, I did advertising all over the United States for different realtors. And so I've spent, personally, like probably over $100,000, maybe $150,000 in just ad money on social media. So I know how to market and sell houses. Um, I don't know. Dang, I
The
want to
make or
come.
break in selling a house is how well you market it.
Right. That's a good point. That's a good point.
And buyers under 40 are on social media and they're
That's
on
true.
Google.
Yeah.
And you can't rely upon
All
Zillow.
right. Yeah. I'll say that better then. I'll say
Yeah.
that better. Um, so one advantage that I have over other real estate agents is before I actually became a realtor, I spent about 4 years running the first business that I started, which was a marketing agency for real estate agents. And so we spent probably over $150,000 just running ads for these realtors. And I've got a ton of experience and data on knowing how to actually advertise and sell houses on social media, which not a lot of kind of older agents have. I probably shouldn't say that, but whatever.
No, that's good.
Cool,
You
cool.
say it straight up. And everything you said there was good. It was somewhat tentative because you were saying it for the first time. So just
Gotcha.
say it straight through again.
Cool, cool. Um, fuck. What was the lead in? I'm getting a little tired, but we'll just keep going. I don't care.
A key reason you should work with
Okay,
me
cool, cool. Yeah.
as
Um,
your Riverton, Utah real estate
Perfect.
agent is
Yeah.
because, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And don't say like about, or it was like maybe 100, maybe it's 150. Like, don't, just say the number, just go straight through it.
Cool. Right on. Um, so a key reason to work with me as your Utah real it's fuck. So a key reason to work with me as your Riverton. I'll do it better. I'll do it better. All right. Video's harder than it looks.
Yeah, it is.
It's weird. It's like I don't know why I'm fucking up. All right. Um, so a key reason to work with me as your Riverton, Utah real estate agent. So a key reason to work with me as your Riverton, Utah real estate agent is I actually spent 4 years before I was a realtor actually advertising for realtors as a business that I ran. And so we spent over $100,000 on advertising on social media to help them sell their houses. So I have a ton of experience in that arena, and getting your house in front of the right eyeballs is the number one thing that's going to make it sell for the most money in the quickest amount of time.
Okay. And now talk about why you should be the agent they talk to if they want to buy a home in Riverton, Utah.
Cool.
And then at the end, say something like, I'm Landon Bates. This is my cell phone number.
Give
Love
me
to
a
have a
call.
conversation with you.
Cool. So if you're looking to buy a house in Riverton, Utah, why work with me? So I grew up here in Riverton. I live here now as of recording this. I know all the areas. I have spent months just scrolling through available homes for sale to really get an idea of what's available. So based on your needs, I can tell you, you know what actually there is that you could buy. And so I can help you get, the right home that fills your needs. And on top of that, uh, I have meticulously studied the values of, every aspect of a house. And that's something that not a lot of realtors do. So when you're looking at, what a home is worth, typically they're going to look at, similar homes that have sold and how much those sold for. But we take it a step deeper and we look at all the inner kind of workings of the house. Does it have granite countertops? How many cabinets are there, because cabinets are expensive? And what, does that really cost to put in? And so based on that, we can tell you exactly what the home is worth. within a reasonable range and help you make sure you're not overpaying for a house, as well as getting the best house for you. So my name's Landon Bates. My cell phone number is 385-402-8002, and call me anytime. I would love to have a chat with you.
Now talk something about your responsiveness and how you're quick to respond. You're very
Yeah,
diligent. You follow through it every step of the way.
yeah,
You know, any real estate agent can say what you're saying,
right,
but for someone who actually, right,
right,
is
yeah,
quick,
yeah.
right?
Um, yeah. So another, sorry, another key, another good. I don't know. How do I say that? Another key.
One thing I want you to know
Okay,
is
yeah, there
I
you go, there you go.
respond quickly.
I
When you
love
have a
that.
question, look, this is selling a house, or sorry, buying a house is a many stage process along the way.
And
You know,
speed is important.
appraisal, the tax people, putting in an
Right.
offer, lots of little details. I am on every one of these details for you.
I love
Okay?
it. Yeah.
I'm quick in responding to your text message. In fact, here's my number. Test me.
Yeah, I love that. Fuck, what was the first line of that shit that you just said? What one thing I
One
want
thing
you
I
to.
want you to know about
Yeah,
me
yeah.
is I'm super responsive to
Right
messages.
on. Cool, cool.
And you know why I tell you this is because when I worked with real estate agents for the last 4 years, when I had my
Mhm.
agency, the thing that drove me nuts is they took too long to respond.
Mhm. Yeah.
And me, I grew up with text messages. I grew up with the cell phone in my hand. So I understand, right? And sometimes if you're not quick enough, your offer won't get through, or you're gonna
Right.
miss a key detail,
You'll miss it.
or
You'll miss a house.
or that the process drags out. And I understand how frustrating that is.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. All right. Cool, cool. So one thing I want you to know about me that is very important aspect in a realtor is that I respond right away every single time. Nobody works, harder than me and more often than me. I'm on the clock all the time. I love to do this, and I really want, your referrals and your trust. So when we're going through the process, I'm going to do every single thing that I can to make sure that you get the best home and the best experience. And you should test me right now. Shoot me a text to 385-402-8002. This video is going to be up, forever, and I will respond right away. It's just how I do business.
And part of the reason why responding right away is so key is that the last 4 years I worked with real estate agents, and they would often take forever to get back with me. I ran a
Mhm.
marketing agency serving real estate agents, so I know both sides.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a
And I
good one.
know how important it is because missing a detail, there's many steps along the way in the process in buying a house.
Right.
And you don't want to get stuck at any point.
Right. Cool. 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 And another reason it's super important is because when we're actually negotiating on houses, things move really, really fast. And so, if your agent actually takes too long, if they take a day, that home could not be available tomorrow. So everything is super key to move fast. I've actually worked with realtors running a business that serve them, so I know how much of a problem this can be, and I'm committed to being a lot faster. Should I see what I have saved? So we hit those ones Google
Sure,
wants.
let's hit those, yeah. And then a few things around, I'm Landon Bates. Contact me,
Cool.
I
Just
am
call
I
to
am your
action.
Riverton, Utah real estate agent.
Right on. Okay, so let's see. Is Riverton a good place to live? We did that one. How do I find a good local realtor? I don't really, I don't know. What would I say? Yeah, yeah, whatever. Uh, I didn't find a ton. Riverton, Utah for sale by owner. I could cover that, but I don't know.
Talk about why for sale by owner is really a dumb move, and they're leaving money on the table. They think they're saving money on the fees.
Yeah,
But you want to talk to someone who's licensed, and this is what they do for a living.
yeah. Luxury homes for sale. That's it. So I guess we got them. We got them all. So yeah, we'll just keep doing the same format for a few more
Yeah,
minutes.
sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Cool. Let's do a different one though. I don't want to do the FISBO one. I feel like everyone does that.
Yeah.
It's a broken record at this point.
let's talk about who you are. What's like
It's
working
like
with
in
you? Why
general.
should they work with you? Maybe tell a story.
Um.
You know, you like to play basketball.
Mhm.
You travel the world, but you love family, and that's why you live in Riverton.
That's true. I don't know if I want to share that with the world though. Put it on the internet.
What, that you love
Too
family?
close to home. What else is there?
What do you like to do for fun?
Party.
Yeah, that could rub some people the
Yeah,
wrong way.
yeah. Um, keep coming at me though. It's good
Do you have
ideas.
some stories about, a brother or sister, or about, going down to Lehigh or South Jordan, or going up to the city, or taking the light rail,
Yeah,
or
that's a good
the
idea.
tracks, or what are the things called? Front runner.
Front runner, yeah.
How is Riverton situated, to the mountains versus a lake versus, if you're working in Lehigh, Riverton's great because you can go down there, but also you're in between that and Salt Lake, all
Right.
these things. This is
Yeah.
my favorite restaurant, Riverton. I've
Okay.
lived here over 20 years. I was born
Yeah.
here.
No, yeah, I like that. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, all right, all right. So how is Riverton in terms of location? So it's going to be about 25 minutes south of downtown Salt Lake City. On the east side to you, a little bit up north, is both Little and Big Cottonwood Canyon. Those are both going to be about 20 to 30 minutes away. And that's kind of where the skiing happens and the hiking happens and the fun activities happen. So if you're into hiking, mountain biking, skiing, snowboarding, you're not too far. You're under an hour to all the way to the ski resort, which is very good compared to like if you're in Denver, it's 2 hours just from the mouth of the canyon all the way to the ski resorts. And good news, the skiing in Utah is absolutely epic. So good location. You're not too far from skiing. If you head south, so 25 minutes north is the city, remember, and about 25 to 30 minutes is getting northeast is going to be the canyons. Going south about 20 to 30 minutes, you're in Utah County, and this is a much less populated area. It's still busy, but compared to Salt Lake, it's a lot slower. Um, uh, the reasons to go down here, I'll be honest, I don't go to Utah County that much. They do have some hiking down there, though. They have some more canyons, and some people just like it. It's a little bit slower down there. Um, the houses are, if you like, damn, I kind of fucked that up. Uh, what else? Should we just do a new one now? So that
Let me
was
tell
like
you why
location.
Riverton is the best place to live in Utah. Well, I am
Best
biased because I was
location.
born and I lived here, but let me tell you a
Mm-hmm.
few other things about Riverton and
Right
some of
on.
my favorite places.
Yeah.
And I'm Landon Bates, and it would be an honor for me to be your real estate agent when
Right
you're
on.
looking at properties in Riverton, Utah.
Yeah.
Contact me. Love to have a chat.
Cool, cool. Sorry. So what's the topic? I'm like tired now, but let's do a couple more. Yeah, that's fine. What?
Riverton, Utah is
Oh, why it's good.
Riverton
Why it's good.
is the
Why it's
best
good.
place.
Cool. So why is Riverton? I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay. So why is Riverton, Utah such a great place to live? The reason I love it is because it's a little bit out of the way of downtown. So you're going to have lower crime. You're going to have less homeless, these kind of issues. It's very upscale and clean and community driven. And on top of that, it's really centrally located. So if you pull up a map, Riverton is the most central point in terms of east and west within the valley of Salt Lake. And this actually drives the real estate prices up because people want to be in the main flow of things. So if you go further west to Harriman, you may get a bigger house, but you're going to be out of the way of jobs and things like that. That's what I like about Riverton. Everyone has their own taste. Some people may want a bigger house for less money, and you can get that. But Riverton is very central, and there's a lot to do. They just put in a new mall center, actually right up the road from where I grew up. It's called Mountain View, and it was built, or I guess opened in 2023. So go check that out. It has amazing food and shopping. My favorite place is Saffron Valley, which is an Indian restaurant with 4.9 stars last time I checked and thousands of reviews. They are incredible.
What are some of the other places in Riverton, Utah you like to go to?
I really don't do shit in Riverton. I feel like there's like not that
Well,
much to
talk
do.
about growing up there, being born there, or just other sorts of things.
Yeah. What else is there to do? It's just like I feel like it's just restaurants, houses. I could talk more about restaurants.
Yeah, talk about some of your favorite restaurants.
All right, let me think. So Saffron.
Hey, if you're in Riverton, Utah, you need to go to blah blah blah. And let me tell you why.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah,
and I'm Landon Bates, your Riverton, Utah real estate agent.
yeah.
Text me.
Let me look up. Let me look them up. I can't. I don't know. Like what? I just eat at all the chains. I need to find one that isn't a chain.
You can mention the chains.
Yeah, I feel like they have the chains everywhere though.
I mean, it's nicer to mention a hole in one. Sure.
Yeah, Riverton restaurant. Let me find one. I know I've been to one at some point. We've got a. Oh, this one's good. Not a lot of people like it though. It has low ratings. I just like it.
Mention it then. Great.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting a few ideas. Okay. All right. Okay. So as far as restaurants in Riverton, here are my top 3 favorite places to eat. Number 1 is Saffron Circle. It's just up the road on 134th South, and it's in the new shopping mall that they built. And it is the best Indian food ever. Has 4.9 stars on Google and thousands of ratings. Number 2 is called Sushi U, and it's sushi and then YU. This is right next to Riverton High School, and it's right across the street from where I grew up. They have all-you-can-eat sushi for very, very cheap prices. Very good place to go. And the third one, what's the third one? Shit. We'll just chop it, though. It's fine. Cool. And the third one, oh, that one's not in Riverton, I just realized. Damn it. I got to find one in Riverton. Fuck it. I'll just do the shitty one. I was going to do a better one, but there's a shitty one in Riverton that I like. All right. And the third one is a Mexican restaurant. It has mixed reviews, so check it out for yourself. I really like it. They have good pricing, and I think it's very good. It's called La Fountain, and it's also right next to the sushi place, just by coincidence. But they just have really cheap, good Mexican food. So those are my 3 favorite. You've got the Indian, sushi, and the Mexican. And the good thing about Salt Lake and Riverton and the whole valley is we have a lot of good places to eat. So you're not lacking at all if you end up coming here to stay. So my name's Landon Bates. What do I say at that
Good.
point? Was that good? Was that fine?
Good. And I want to be your realtor.
Cool. So my name's Landon Bates, and I would love to be your real estate agent.
Good. Now say it again, and then in a different way, and say, text me.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
chat.
Yeah.
Right.
So my name is Landon Bates. I would love to represent you on your next. Okay, I got it. I was on a good track there. So my name is Landon Bates. I would love nothing more than to represent you on your next real estate transaction. Shoot me a text or a call, 385-402-8002, and let's connect. Thank you.
Now just use normal words. Don't say real estate transaction.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
On your next purchase or sale.
I want to help you find your next home in Riverton. I grew up here. I know the town. I want to help you. Here's my number.
Cool, cool. Um, so my name. Should I say all that or just
I'm
do the?
Landon Bates. You don't have to say my name. Just
Yeah.
cut the formalities. Not real estate transaction. I want to help you find your home, the ideal
Mm-hmm.
home here in Riverton.
Cool, cool. So I'm Landon Bates. I would love to help you find your next house or sell your current house. That doesn't sound good. I would love to help you buy or sell your next property.
Find your next home in Riverton.
Okay.
I grew up here. I've been here 20 years. I know the town. Let's have a chat.
Cool. So I'm Landon Bates. I would love to help you find your next home here in Riverton. I grew up here. I love all the people around here. Let's have a chat. Give me a call. 385 402 8002.
I'm Landon Bates, and I want to be your real estate agent. You're looking to buy some property in Riverton, Utah. I know this town inside and out. I grew up here, I live here, and I'd love to show you around. And things that you tell you about things that you need to know,
Yeah,
things you need to avoid, whether or not you use me as your real estate agent.
right on. All right. Sorry, my breathing's all weird. All right. I'm Landon Bates. So my name's Landon Bates. Ah, fuck. I don't know. Fuck. Should we cut it? I feel like I'm losing it now.
Just one more.
Cool.
Just push this one out. And strong.
I'm Landon Bates. I grew up here in Riverton. I love all the people and surrounding stuff here. I'd love to get to know you, especially, if you're planning on living here or do live here. So give me a call, 385 402 8002, and let's have a chat. Let's get some lunch.
I'm Landon Bates. I grew up here in Riverton. I live in Riverton. And therefore, I'm going to help you find your ideal home here in Riverton. Call me.
Cool, cool. All right, let's call it.
Okay.
That wasn't bad though. We got some probably workable